All the way from Wichita, Kansas, I'm going to bring up Mr. IMD Byron Schrag.
Got an extra bottle of water there. Okay, how's the day been so far? The thing that I want to tell you, and as we kind of just wind everything up here, is somehow I want you to be the person 6 months from now that said, I'm glad I did, instead I wish I would have. That's what I wish for you. And what I know is going to take place and happen for a bunch of you is all of a sudden you're going to go out of here and you're excited to go forward, and tomorrow somebody takes it away from you. Might not even be somebody telling you anything. It might be because you get the flu, and you get a cough, you get something that's going on, and what happens is now a week goes by and you forget about what you're supposed to be doing. It might be that you've got somebody that, you share the information with, whatever it is, and they said, that'll never work. There's been others that tried to launch something like that and it never worked. And you go, well, maybe they were right. I think I'll wait. Life's about taking risks. It's about taking chances. Is it possible that the fly card couldn't work and could take longer? It's possible. All right, anything's possible. Highly unlikely. I mean, when my card already works almost every time I use it, how many think we're in pretty good shape? Yeah. Let's do it twice in the order. It's going to work. It's going to work. All right? But life is about taking some chances. And also, I just, somehow you have to leave here and figure out when the coziness of the other people that want to go where you want to go are around in here, and that wears off in the next hour, in the next day, that you somehow can discipline yourself and go forward. Yeah. That's what you're going to have to figure out. See, this battle of changing your life from where you're at right now to something different that you want, it's not about special skills or talents. It's about the intense desire to say, I'm going to do little things long enough until they stack up. I had a mentor of mine, he told me all the time, he said it takes a long time to become an overnight success. Yeah. See, some of you want to be an overnight success. And some of you are like me many years ago when I decided I was going to actually try to figure this idea of building teams out. See, you just wonder why it's not working for you right away. It's not supposed to. See, there has to be a transformation, and you're going to have to say, I want to participate in the transformation. And the resistance that's coming against you is the multiplying effect that comes out on the other side. That same friend that always told me, that mentor that said it takes a long time to become an overnight success, he also told me that, and he told me this a million times, and I hated it every time he told me, and he said the resistance is the multiplier. He told me that over and over and over and over. I just wanted to know when the hell was it going to multiply. But eventually it did. And I think what happened was, instead of me wondering when is it going to multiply, I decided myself that, hey, whatever it is, it is. Let's just go through this. Because you're going to go through life anyways, right? And all of us are going to have all these problems and everything else, but why not have a thing in life that could actually help change you? And that's what these events do in the personal development. I want to give you all a book that I want you to read. Some of you maybe have this book. Yeah, that'd be great if you got it right there. This is probably the best book I've read in many, many years. It's my favorite author. He's got lots of fantastic books. The first book he ever wrote was the first book I ever read by him, and it was called In a Pit with a Lion on a Snowy Day. story is about a character in the Bible named Benaniah. And many of us, maybe if you don't even know much about the Bible in here, we all know who David was, and we know the story of David and Goliath. Who's at least heard of that? All right? Well, David and Goliath, is what made David famous, if you will, and he became king. But David's number one badass bodyguard's name was Benaniah.
Yes.
And he was bad to the bone. And it's a short little chapter in here, but it talks about Benaniah going after a lion in a pit on a snowy day. How many think that might take a little courage? How many think that might take a little craziness? That you might not come out of there?
I know.
99.999% would never come out of there. But somehow, Benaniah chases a lion down and goes in the pit. And so this is like a sequel to that book. It's one of my favorite books, and it's called Chase the Lion. And the cover of the book says, if your dreams don't scare you, it's too small. This is what I love about Wayne Nugent. Our founder, Wayne, he scares the crap out of all the people at corporate. I mean, he scares them to death. But there's a few of us, and what scares them even more is there's a few of Wayne's buddies that are all over it. Let's go do it. Let's see what happens. Can we get this actually done? See, everybody said the fly card never worked. You guys can never do it. You don't even know anything about technology that's doing that stuff. There's no way. This is what they all told us before we ever tackled this. They said the technology doesn't exist. When we started talking about this idea of the Dream Trips Local 3 years ago, we started implementing this, they said there's no way to track it, it'll never work. You know what Wayne said? When we need to figure it out, we'll figure it out. We had all these smart people around us in these rooms, and they're telling us, no, don't even try that, it's not going to work. You're going to have to wait a long time. Wayne said, let's chase the lion. Let's go chase it down, just for fun. Let's see what happens. Let's see if any of us die. Look, Wayne Nugent is that person. He's a visionary. He is not afraid to take risks. My buddy Dave Watson sits there around those same tables with me. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. And most of them won't buy in because they're scared. But there's a handful of us that bought in from day one. And we don't like to back down from anything.
Yes.
And all of a sudden now, everybody said it couldn't happen. We closed out a company that does about $1 billion in sales, just a hair under it. Everybody said that's never happened. Well, it did. Pretty soon it'll be 50 billion. Pretty soon it'll be 100 billion. Because we're not scared to try. I wish for you when you leave here today, you're not scared to try. There's nothing special about the success I've had. There's nothing special about these people. They just weren't scared. My buddy Dave Watson over there wasn't scared. IMD, I don't know, Dave's probably got a few 100,000 in his team. He wasn't scared. He said, let's go see what they do to us. Let's go create an epic legacy for our families. And let's just go against the grain, just like Benaniah that went in a pit with a lion on a snowy day. See, because what happened is that moment in time ended up defining him, who he was. And he became the bodyguard and the confidant of the most powerful man in the world at the time. And they conquered epic things together. And this book, if you have never read a book, you should get this book. This can impact your life. This stuff that's in here, I've never had a book in my entire life that I've read that almost every page I got something marked. Because it's all about chasing your dreams. A few years ago, actually quite a few now, I figured out what my mission in life was. And God told me, I won't go through the story of how it happened, but God asked me to help people find their dreams and chase them down, the ones He gave them. See, there's dreams that God put in your heart, and most of you have them hidden. Most of you went to school and got a good education so you could get a good job. And the unfortunate thing is that wasn't your dream, but somebody told you to do that. I'm not against any of those things, but most dreams that you have, there's two things that help you get those and live them out. One is time, one is money. And in most cases, you can never have them together. You can be really successful in this room and have a lot of money coming in, but if you got to show up at an office tomorrow morning to run a company or run a staff or have all the stress in your life, you're not probably chasing the dreams you'd really like to be chasing down if you were truthful. See, I saw World Ventures as a way that not only could I chase my dreams down that God put in my heart, but I could also help Brian and Sarah Brown chase their dreams. But in any kind of dreams that you're ever going to chase down, there's a cost. There's a tax. And if you're unwilling to pay the cost and the tax to live the dreams that God put in your heart, you end up burying them and you just push them away, and it's easier not to think about it anymore. Most of the time, you don't have a vehicle that'll ever allow you to chase them down. I saw World Ventures as that way. When I found out about World Ventures, I asked a couple questions. The first question I asked was, are those trips going to be real? See, we didn't have any yet. But they said, yep, they're going to be real. Wayne told me they were. I believed you. And I didn't know it was going to take, but I believed that they were going to be real. Second question I asked him, I said, can I make money on that monthly fee? He said, you sure can. I said, how much credit can I get? He said, as big a database as you want to build, you can override it. I said, you're kidding me. See, when I was in my 20s, I had the good fortune of being mentored by some people that had what I wanted. They had time and they had money. They had no stress in their life. They had massive cash flow that came in because of choices they made in their business career. And I remember asking one of my mentors when I was in my 20s, I said, how can I do what you do? He said, it's real easy. Figure out how to make money when you sleep, or you'll just work till you die.
Yes.
So that was when I was 20. When I was 40 years old, I found out it was way harder than I thought it was going to be to make money in my sleep. I tried about everything there was to try. I owned every kind of business you could imagine that could potentially produce residual income, and I found out it was way more difficult than I anticipated. And then Wayne launched his World Ventures, and I was fortunate enough to be one on the short list to get a phone call. And when I asked him the question, can I make money on the monthly fee? I just thought I could live my dreams. Because if it was true, there could be tens of thousands of people, and if I ever could figure out how to create that, then I'd get up in the morning and do what I want. I'd wake up when I was tired and sleep. But to get there, there was going to be a cost. The day I started, I had to change a lot of things. I wasn't where I wanted to be at 40 years old. I was the brokest I've ever been. My wife and I don't like each other at all. My kids are 10 and 7. I never see them. The train wreck is coming if I don't change something. It's coming. And I saw World Ventures as a way out. And I just took a shot. And once I dialed it in, no one was going to distract me. I made a decision that when I'm going to run over there, Susan's right, to a fault. And I did use it against her that she said she wouldn't divorce me. I just went. Now, you might not have that good fortune either, that you think that you're going to come home one night and all your crap's out on the lawn. Hope that's not the case. You'll have to figure that out. That's part of your journey. But we do have something special, and it's about to go from small to gigantic. $1 billion in sales is a pretty good-sized company in 11 years, but it ain't nothing what's about to happen. And we have the vehicle. We have that card that casts a spell. And you have it, or you will have it. near future. And the time is right now to say, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I took a shot. I'm glad I took a risk. I'm glad I went right now. Even though I didn't understand everything, and I didn't know everything, and I didn't have an answer to all the questions. I remember that when I first started, Susan probably never remembers this, but she's really negative about me being in World Ventures. You know, and I don't know anything other than I'm excited about it, and I'm talking to somebody tomorrow. If I'm going to find anybody to be part of this, I got to talk to them the next day. And so I go to talk to somebody, and she says, do you have any idea what you're going to say? I said, I have no idea, but they're going to know one thing: I'm doing this.
Right.
See, many of you are worried about whether you can answer all the questions. They just need to know whether you're doing this. And when they laugh at you and say, this will never work, just smile at them and say, you know what? One of us is going to be right. One of us will be right. And just think about that every day. And you choose whether you're right or they're right. Because it only has one thing to do with this: you're going to have to go put the time and the energy in and say, I'm going to go after it. And I'm not going to be detoured, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to go over and over and over and over and over until I figure it out. It's not I'm going to do it 10 times, and if no one signs up, I quit. I'll do it 100 times if I get 0. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do 101, 102, 103. I'm going to keep sharing the information. And I'm going to find some people that want to be a customer, or they want to be a rep, or they're going to want to play with what I'm doing. And I'm going to go after it long enough until I get it done. And that's exactly what these guys did right here. They didn't do anything special. I watched them. I know. They're ready to quit. Many, many times I was on the phone with them when they were frustrated. I mean, Ken and Barbie, I can't tell you how many times that they would call me. Sarah's going to be mean to me the rest of the day. It's just, look, you're going to say 6 months from now, I'm glad I did, I wish I would have. I think you got to make that decision now on what you're going to say. And if you're going to say, I'm glad I did, then what you got to say is, I did everything I could possibly do to put myself in that position to have a chance to win. In whatever circumstances you got, you're going to have to say, I'm going to see if I got 1 hour a day, then use 1 hour a day. Don't say, well, I would say glad I did, but I ... I can't because I'm too old. I'm too young. I work too much. I don't understand everything. You can choose differently. Life's about choices, that's it. You have a chance to know about something that's about to happen before everyone else knows, and the clock is ticking. You could say, I'm going to wait a week. Okay, that's 1 week you missed. That's 1 week you're going to say, I wish I would have. This is not, there's no timeline here that there's a restart 90 days from now. There's no restart. They dropped the flag already. The race cars are on the track. And it's not 120 days from now, it couldn't work. It's just a different situation. You have a chance to have something completely different if you go right now. I want you to say, I'm glad I did, instead I wish I would have. And that moment starts now. We all done? All done?